Norway. Cool. Let's even rotate that sun a little bit more. I want to try and get some shadows off this if we can. Do that again. Cool. All right. Not too bad. Got a little bit empty spot here, so what we're going to do is go inside our camera, and let's just move it forward a little bit into the clouds, and even, raise it up a little bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Forward. Cool. Let's try here. Just want to get rid of that edge in the front. There we go. Oh. Still a little bit. All right. Move it forward again. And up again. And up, down, up. Cool. Let's try that. How does that look now? Awesome. Better camera angle. Still, yeah, cool. Awesome. So now let's start try and make these clouds, this volume, look like clouds. So, volume box in the shader, texture, cloud particles. So a lot of your settings are going to be driven from the turbulence and the turbulence and the point density, mostly turbulence. So let's start with actually the fall off. Change it to soft. I found that to be not bad. I set the fall off curve kind of up here. What this kind of does is just like, or at least to my understanding, I could totally be wrong because, like I said, I'm new to Blender. But I found this to affect, well, obviously the fall off of the light when hitting the volume. So it's just a nice softer fall off, and then when you do this, it just makes the edges harder from the light. You'll see in a second. But if I'm totally wrong, you comment. I don't care. Correct me if you will. That's how I will learn. Yes. Okay. So down here, noise type. Right now, set to Blender Original. These different settings. The F1 is a how do I say that? A thicker kind of noise. Like you'll get chunkier looking clouds with this, and then if you go all the way up to here, you'll get really fine wispy detail. So I'm going to start with a F3. Now these three settings here, this is turbulent strength. Yeah, actually it says it right there. So turbulent strength, the quality or detail, and then the size of the turbulent noise. So yeah, let's play with that. This is the inside of the volume, obviously. So size 0.7. I'm going to try turbulent of, let's try 3 for now. Depth, we'll just go up to 6. So just with these settings alone, I'm going to slot 2 here, render this, and see the difference. Ooh. One thing we're going to change quickly, because that just destroyed it. Let's put the radius up to 0.7. This is the radius of the particles in here, so it doesn't get so sparse. And let's try that. Cool. So let's just go back and forth. You can use J to bounce back and forth. Before, after. Man, I actually think it doesn't look as good. Weird. But actually, you can kind of see that there's more detail, but it kind of lost the nice changing color. We're gonna fix that. All right, let's go back to that sun. For some reason, it's not doing what I want it to do. Let's try to. I want to see if this is going to create a harder shadow. Kind of. Okay, we're going to try a couple of things. We're going to, it's already pretty. We're going to rotate this a little bit more. And then in our turbulence, fields here. We're going to 10. We're going to make the size a little bit bigger so that changes. So sim that. We'll say 15, and then render that. See if it has changed in a better way. Yeah. It's pretty low res. We might have to render a higher res to see if we're actually making this look nice. Okay, so that is looking a little bit better, I think. Yep, definitely. I like it better. So I'm going to try a little bit higher of a scatter. Let's say 2.5. And then in our texture, whoa, in here, let's try put my detail size down. Let's put that down to like 0.4. Turn this up to 3.2. And let's render that. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to render this at a high res. So, quick run through on high res settings. So go to the volume shading tab. Under options, turn up full sampling. That is going to kill your renders fast. And actually, I forgot in our texture under the cloud particles texture, down here we're going to turn the depth up to, let's say, 20. And then render tab. I don't think we have to change anything in here. We're not going to change anything in here. We're going to leave it like this. And I'm going to start rendering the sucker, and I will show you when it's done. And we are done. Now, while I was not recording, I changed a couple of settings because I forgot to change them. So what you need to do before you start rendering is in the volume box under in the shader, in the texture. The texture? No, it's the volume box. Yes. So under the shader, in the volume, there is a step size. This was 1.2. I've changed it just to 1.1, but it makes a lot of difference in quality and in render time. This took about 50 minutes to render one still image. Yeah, and I put my resolution to 100. I also changed the resolution here to a full 1080p, not half HD. And I also brightened up the sun a little bit. I actually did a lot, and I also changed the turbulence strength so that it poofed up a little bit more. And so yeah, that is what came out. And yeah, it's not too bad. It's a little bit wispy, maybe in some areas, and kind of blobby-ish in others. But I mean, you get the idea. You just tweak those settings in the texture here. Oh, don't give me that. In the particle texture, you just mess with these settings mostly, and the occasional here and there. So yeah, let's take this into the compositing side of Blender here, and just do a simple A over B, as I have no compositing experience with Blender. Alright, so we're just going to try and do a quick composite. I am in Node Editor, and you have to have this composite and use nodes and backdrop. This will be my second time using this guy, so I mean, if you already know how to composite in Blender, great, you go at it. I'm just going to quickly try and put a background or something in here. I picked out a little blue sky. Ooh. brain fart. Blender stuff. Projects, testing clouds, sky, excuse me, hiccup. I already read in a little forum that to do an over, it is alpha over. And control to cut that. Background apparently goes on the top here, and then the foreground goes on the bottom. Plug that into your composite, and voila. So just gonna quickly desat this because it's too saturated. And I'm totally doing that to the wrong one. Try it again. Desaturation here. Bring that sucker down. Maybe shift it a little more to blue. Cool. Alright. How about we put a little mask in this thing? Input. No. Input. Mask. How the heck does that work? Well, I mean, I guess you guys get the idea. Works, yay. So there's your clouds. Hope you like this tutorial. Yeah. If you have any questions, ask, but you probably know more than I do, so yeah. That's my little spiel on the clouds. Thanks for your time, guys.